Alright, so just another example of how to use functions. Um, I'm going to do something a little bit different than what we did in the text, just to give you kind of a different example to see, maybe some of the abilities and stuff you can do with functions. Let's do like a def average this, and then it's going to take two parameters. Actually, hold on. How many parameters do I want it to take? No, let's just do one parameter. We'll do one parameter, and we're just going to call it numbers. And then in here, actually, sorry, before we do that, let's create the thing we want to pass in. So I'm going to create a variable also called numbers. You can do that, by the way. This isn't going to like upset the computer at all because this is just being passed in as parameter. It doesn't matter what variable or like what the variable is called or anything. As long as it's like in the placeholder where this goes, it's fine. And I'm going to make this a list. You remember lists, don't you? You should. All right, and I'm just going to let's see. We'll go with a bunch of numbers here. We'll just go like just pressing random numbers. You can do random numbers as well. It doesn't matter really what we got here. All right, and then all we're going to do here is, and I think you can just float an entire list. We're actually going to test that in here. I don't remember exactly if you can do that with Python. Um, so in here, let's just say numbers. How do you do average again? It's all of them, so you got to add all of them up. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to create a variable. We're just going to call this basic, or no, not basic. Let's go with solid. Yeah, solid makes sense. We're going to call it, or we're going to give it 0, and we're just going to say for I, or we're going to say before number. Make sense of it. In numbers. So this variable that's being passed through here. For number and numbers, we're just going to say solid is equal to solid plus the number. And then down here, so that's going to give solid's going to have all of, basically what this for loop is doing, it's adding up all of these numbers and then putting whatever that answer is inside of this variable here, solid. And we're just going to say average. Wait, hold on. Let's go with like this average or something. Add this average. You usually don't want it to be like one simple word because sometimes going from language to language at least, sometimes you like hit like keywords that you're not familiar with or something. Maybe you wanted to like make a variable called def, not realizing that def is it's a keyword for developing a function or something. So try and be specific sometimes. So this average is equal to solid, which remember is just the sum of all of these. I should have called it sum. Screw it. We're going solid. We're going solid. Solid, and we're going to float this solid here like this. So it's a complex number. So float solid divided by the float. Actually, we don't. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. We do need to do that. The float len of the numbers array, just like this. So, if you're familiar with how to average something out, it's basically just all of the numbers added together divided by however many numbers there were. So that's what we're doing here. We're just finding how many numbers are in this list. And I don't even know how many there are up there. But and then we'll do two things. No, actually, I take it back. We'll just return it. We'll just return this average. So what return does here is it's basically saying we want to take whatever single variable is most important in this function, and we're just going to send it right back to the person or whatever part of the code is calling this function. So now down here I can call this function. I'm just going to say print average this. So we're basically going to print out this average. That's what's going to happen. See, like the function is going to return something, and whatever it's returning is just going to basically like level what's sitting here with the number, and we're just printing that number. That's all that's going on. So average this, and we're just going to pass in that numbers list up here. So when we run this, you'll see it apparently whatever these numbers here get averaged out to 4.6153 and so on. And you guys can check that math for yourself, but I'm very confident about my Python programming skills. So basically, this is just how to make a function that averages numbers. Like maybe you don't want to keep like writing something like this in the code over and over again, and you realize you're constantly getting lists that you want to just average out and see like what it is. You can just build a function real quick that does that. Now, people have done this already. People have like already like written many good averaging functions over time that probably do it like even better than this, if you can imagine that. Like even more like solidified in terms of securing or saving code. Like I said, like another important thing is keep it simple, stupid. If you ever look at like Google's JavaScript code for their engine, it's like insane. Like nothing is clear at all what anything is. Everything is like an A or like a B or not A or not averages, but like everything is like A or B or C. Nothing's like like numbers or uh, hyper algorithm or something like that. I mean, it's all just super minuscule, so that way it runs as fast as possible. It's pretty interesting. But people have already like written functions like this. So later on in the future, I think maybe chapter 10 will do it. I haven't gotten there yet in the writing. We're gonna do something where like you can import stuff. So you can import libraries of code that people have already written, and people have already done an average function. Believe me. So um, it's important to definitely understand how functions work, and you're going to be writing a lot of them because they save a lot of time and they're cool. So enjoy the knowledge that you've gained in this tutorial. I'll see you in the next one where we will be talking about object-oriented programming, and your love of coding will die. See you then.